Okay, morning everybody, day 10. Had a somewhat cramped night last night in the wagon. Due to the weather and the tent situation, we all had to sleep in the camper van, which was a little bit cramped, but it was dry. We all got some rest. Had a good meal in the Knarsdale Inn. Highly recommend it to anybody travelling through these parts. Decent food at a decent price. In fact, it was very good food for the price. Right, so now we're walking south towards Alston, with an ultimate destination of Garrigill. We're walking on the road at the minute, but I think we should be picking the railway line back up shortly, and then we're going to have to leave the railway line at a place just after Slaggyford, because it's actually an active railway line at that point all the way in, so we might see some steam engines, I don't know. Okay, so that's day 10's intro done. We'll see you later. Okay, we've just passed through Slaggyford. We've got this static caravan park on the left, and I just wanted to show you conditions further afield. Up on the tops, still quite damp, misty, etc. We're hoping that the weather tomorrow will be better, because tomorrow is going to be a very strenuous day. Probably one of the more strenuous parts of the walk. 17 miles over the shoulder across fell down towards Dufton. Anyway, we'll catch you later. NCB, that's come out at mines, that, hasn't it? Yeah. South Tyne Valley Railway. Right, so right at this moment I'm in Northumberland, and now I'm in Cumberland. Believe me, it means a world of difference to people up here, as Ellis found out last night when he asked for some Cumberland sausage and there was none on the menu, but the Northumberland sausage was. I thought the waitress was going to tear his head off. Not. No, she was very polite about it. Anyway, this is in Lakeland country. Wainwright's beloved place. But we won't be seeing any of the Lakeland fells on this walk, not unless there's cloud lifts and we can see it maybe tomorrow from the top of the shoulder of Cross Fell. Right then, onwards to Alston, about 2 miles now. Catch you in a bit. Okay, photo time. Right, we've reached the end of the line. That's the station just there, and this would appear to be the active shed. Steam, can't be beaten. Right, we're just leaving Alston. Having had a lunchtime pint and that's flying me out. So now we're actually following the official route of the Pennine Journey down the river. So this is still the South Tyne, which we've kind of been following since we left Exham. That's a long way. And there's still plenty of water in it. Anyway, it's getting to a point where I need to concentrate on walking and not videoing, so next stop Garrigill, about 5 miles away. See you in a bit. Just a bit of culture for you. Okay, about 2.7 miles now to go to Garrigill. A bit of a nav error on my part this afternoon, due in no small part probably to the pint of Old Peculiar that I had in the Cumberland Hotel where we stopped in Alston, which is actually where we're staying tonight because there is nowhere to stay in Garrigill any longer. So instead of taking the eastern side of the river, we came down the western side, and soon so we've ended up walking on the road, which, to be honest, it's six of one and half a dozen of the other, because whereas the direct route down the riverbank is probably a little bit shorter, this route is obviously, with it being paved, a lot easier and a lot faster to navigate. So you win some, you lose some, you know, swings and roundabouts. Anyway, it's getting warm, but the weather is still very marginal. I mean, temperature's picked up. It's still got probably a cloud base of about 1,500 feet. It's really, really humid still, so we could have rain at any time. In fact, some old guy we were talking to earlier on the trail said they were expecting rain this afternoon, so hence all the waterproofs and stuff. But there we go, not long to go now, and that's another day in the bag. Another short day, because tomorrow, if it's not the longest day in terms of mileage, it would probably be the longest day in terms of time, because it's a long way across some really challenging ground. Okay, see you later. Right everybody, we're just dropping down into Garrigill, and not before time, because part of me is starting to let me know that it's had enough. That being the ankle. So see you when you get there. Afternoon everybody. Okay, now walking through Garrigill, I can see the camper van by the village green, just up there, and got about 100 yards to go. I wish the weather would really freshen up, because it's just too humid at the minute. Anyway, that's another one done. I don't think there'll be much more video tonight. I need to sort myself out. Feel really yucky again because of the humidity and the sweating and all the rest of it. And well, that's another successful day as far as I'm concerned. Okay, let's just spin you around so you can see. Right, that's us done. Cheers everybody.